That could have another one, are you?
What do you think?
Sorry, must be the coat.
No, Damon, it isn't the coat, it's me. If any bright spark at that clinic today mentions exercises, I think I'll brain them.
Why?
Because you need the energy to do them, and the muscles to do them with, and I don't have any, they've gone.
But that says you can get your muscles back. In good shape, I mean, if you exercise.
Yeah, well, that's wishful thinking on his part. Does your friend have to do that?
Gizmo used to, didn't he?
Yeah, well, tell Gizmo's ghost we've got a front door.
Hey, Gizmo's still down in London with his girlfriend and gone. Must be getting well stuck in there. Hiya. Hello. So that's cool.
Hello? Oh. Hello, Matt. No. No, I was expecting it to be Bob. Oh, didn't Teresa tell you? No, he's in London on a course at the TUC. Well, she can't now. Oh, I see. No, it's only my test today. But listen, the baby's having a 6-week test tomorrow. Can she make that? Could you? All right, love, thanks.
What's up?
It was Matty. Teresa's mother's had a fall. She can't come with me to the clinic. Just when I'd got everything organised. Teresa holds the baby while I get examined.
Be all right. A nurse will hold the baby.
It's not that simple, love. Blood test in one place, strip off in another, see the doctor somewhere else again. Damon.
Maybe you could take the pram.
I'm going on the bus, love. Your father being otherwise engaged.
So, you won't have the pram then?
No, love, just one whinging baby.
You do like her, don't you, Mum?
You what?
Well, I mean, you always seem to be calling her. If you're ratty, she is. Stands to reason, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, love, I know that. Has she got bellyache? Maybe I'm not feeding her properly. Can't she sleep at night, Mrs. Grant? Well, maybe she's picking up your tension. I know, love, I know. All down to me, 24-hour service.
Suspect it's a bit tiring, Mrs. Grant.
That, love, is an understatement.
Oh, hell. Oh, calm down. The woman doesn't care whether the place is tidy or not. She just wants to marry your husband.
You imagine what he said to her about me?
Oh, God. Here goes. You count to 10, I'll answer the door.
Oh,
hello.
Sorry, I wanted to ask you a favour.
Yeah, sure, come on through.
Thanks a lot. It's baby mine, really. Only it'd only be for a couple of hours. This friend of mine...
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
that's okay. Just as long as I can do it here.
Oh, yes, thanks.
Oh, it's not so bad that I need you in the house, Kate.
I want to be here, okay? It's fine.
Are you
honestly.
sure?
Yes.
Oh, I'm very grateful, love. She's in a carry cot. Everything's packed up.
Yeah, sure. I'll be able to pick her up in a minute.
Oh, well, I've got a bottle sterilised and there's some
it's
water.
okay. I can handle it.
All right, okay.
All right.
Thanks very much.
Okay. Bye.
Well, there goes an anxious lady.
Well, getting examined, isn't she? A lot of them aren't too keen on the internal. It's those plastic fingers groping them about. Anyway, look who's talking.
Oh, it's not so bad that I need you here.
Come off it, Sandra. You were ready to murder the woman. Talk about baby mind. It's you need blinding the most.
I'm still married to him. I think I'm being very generous. Some people wouldn't even have her in the house. Oh, God. That's all we need.
Why, what's happened?
Guess who's arrived?
Oh, why is it so cold in here? It feels really cold and damp.
Well, far from preparing for us coming home, buying in and making the place nice and cosy, I think Roger the lodger's left home. Here's the card you sent him. Obviously, it hasn't been read.
Well, perhaps he's gone home for a few days. It doesn't mean to say he's gone for good.
Maybe he's got another woman.
Hiya. In here, Marie.
The door was open and this was on the step.
Oh, thanks, love. Honestly, Edna, me new pullover.
It's not new. It was a hand-me-down from our Kevin.
It's new to me and it's worth a few bob.
Oh, I wouldn't worry. The local robber's locked up.
Now, that's a bit uncalled for. Anyway, he'll be out shortly, won't he?
He's already lost a month's remission. And the way things are going, he stands to lose more. He's got 12 months suspended and he might end up serving some of that.
Will you sit down and have a cup of tea?
No tea, thanks, love. I just came round about this. It's a petition about George. I'm taking it to number 10 tomorrow.
Number 10? That's escalating things a bit.
Well, things have been while you've been away. They might not have heard down south. But even they'll be hearing soon.
Harold.
Oh, no, it's all right. I know how he feels. I wouldn't ask. Thanks anyway.
I don't sign anything without thought. Because things can catch up to you in this society.
Yes? Ian's friend. I wrote to you from Glasgow. Didn't you get the letter?
Oh, yes, as a matter of fact, it did come in. Let me take your coat.
Oh, thank you.
Come in and have a seat.
I don't know how much Ian said about me.
Not a great deal.
What's up? There's been some cock up here. We pay £5 to get first call on Swinburne Street, and it's been done. Someone's been round.
Oh,
Anyway, you're back quick. What happened to your patch?
no. Same. Been done. Well, Friday, but they all stocked up.
That fella saw us coming.
It's right that way over by the park. Lots of young mums there with babies, and babies mean loads of rubbish.
Oh, yeah. That reminds me. What's the time? This pram's got to be back before me manners. Oh, hang on. Stay that way, will you?
Why?
That woman, she's from our close.
She'll think the baby's changed.
Thanks very much.
It's hard for me to understand. I mean, how after all this time you can still feel so much dislike towards him.
Let's just say I don't care for his style. Perhaps you don't know yet.
I think maybe I see him differently.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
I mean, I think that deep down he doesn't think so highly of himself. I think he needs a great deal of respect.
Let's just say I don't go for guys that kick me in the teeth and then try and lord over me. But then I'm just from Glasgow.
Oh, sorry.
Kate, this is Hina and Narayan.
Oh, Hina and Orion. Thought it was Tina, couldn't read your writing. Pleased to meet you.
Hello.
I'm Kate. Oh, and this in here is Claire Grant, aged 6 weeks. I'll go and put her in the kitchen.
Why not upstairs?
Well, I might not hear her up there. And anyhow, I've got the oven on, it's warm. And I'll make some tea.
So how long have you been here then?
Oh, for some time. My parents died when I was small, and I was brought up by my grandmother. Then when she was ailing, I came over here to stay with my uncle. But I could not stay and stay. And then I became a student.
Just as a way of staying on? Legally, I mean.
Not at all. I had the college place. My uncle is a pharmacist in Glasgow. He could provide. I studied biochemistry, and then when my studies ended, I was fortunate enough to get a job. I applied to the Department of Employment. Well, they said I could stay for a year, but only a year. Of course, if I was to get married...
You get to become a British citizen. Year's up, is it?
No. No, there are still 3 months to go. I was a lab assistant, and now, through no fault of my own, I've been made redundant. Without a job, you see, they would not let me stay. I'm very fond of Ian. I think our marriage would be very happy.
Excuse me, I think I'll go and help Kate make the tea.
You've calmed down a bit. That was turnabout, isn't it?
Get lost, I need time to think.
I bet I know what's happening. Her uncle, Sandra. Her uncle wants to keep her in the country. He's not short of a bob or two, so he thinks he can get her married off. My mother had a friend who was deported. Worked for a whole year cleaning out the muck and sicker for the NHS.
Keep your voice down.
What happened, Sandra? You were going to wipe the floor with her. Scared she thinks you're prejudiced. Afraid you can't ball her out because she's coloured.
You keep your nose out of it. Hell, Kate, it's none of your business.
It comes down to colour there, doesn't it?
No, Kate, it bloody doesn't. At least I'm bloody well prepared to listen to her. That's more than you. You're not, because she's middle class, and that's what you don't like. Hell, Kate, that's prejudice as well, you know.
Well, eh? And where's the lady of the house, or is that you?
If you mean Marie, she's out.
Oh, out a lot, Mrs. Jackson. Puts herself about a bit.
So what?
So it's come to my notice. Well, I'm sure you're going to invite me in, hot chocolate would be nice, made in the pan, whisked a bit. Cos it me, eh, Terry, lad?
Your uncle must have clicked when Ian kept coming into the shop. I mean, what did he think?
It's true. He didn't understand at first. But when he met Ian and talked with him, then he allowed us to go out together. I'm all he has.
You're joking. Have you not met Ian's family? There's a whole tribe of them up there. Thinks the sun shines out of him and I'm the villain of the piece.
I meant my uncle. Now he lives under this great threat that I might be deported. I'm in your hands. Please, you have to understand.
Oh, I understand, all right. You're living under a threat. And you've got the nerve to come here and threaten me. You're holding a pistol to my head.
It isn't like that, really.
If you don't say yes to a divorce, it'll be too late before I'm thrown out the bloody country. That is emotional blackmail.
I love him, though.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Maybe I will agree one day, in my own time, when it feels right for me.
I'll get it.
I only have 3 months, though.
Well, find yourself another job. It shouldn't be too difficult.
Hello. Come for the rent. What have you done to this place?
Like it?
I don't. I think it's horrible.
Excuse me, I've got a baby to rock.
What have you turned this place into? A disco by night and a nursery by day.
There's only one baby. And before you ask what colour it is, it's white.
That never even crossed my mind. I'm just looking at the state of this place. You do realise you've contravened the agreement, don't you?
Sorry, Mr. Cross. What's that I heard about an agreement?
That's right. No alterations to the decor.
Oh, no. It says that when we leave, we have to leave the decor as we found it. Not leaving now, though, are we? And when we do, we will change it back.
You won't be able to, will you? Because you've gone too far, that's why. Because nothing will cover this up. It's desecration, this is. Desecration.
Excuse me. I have to go. I have a train to catch.
My pleasure.
What do I say to Ian?
Just say I won't be bullied.
But it was my idea to come.
Well, I'm sorry. You've had a wasted journey.
So how are you feeling now then, Terry?
What?
Come through, will you? I can't talk to the back of your head, can I?
What?
Your accident. Mending all right? No problems then?
A few. Get a few headaches and get a bit giddy now and again.
Oh, I must tell Victor that. Of course, he's still banged up, you know. Yeah, I don't know when he'll come to trial. He doesn't know when he'll come to trial. Yeah, it gets him down sometimes.
Why tell Victor?
Might feel sorry for you. Mine. And again, he might feel a certain sense of justice. What do you think?
I think it's sick you talking about justice.
Oh, don't get excited. Could bring on a very nasty headache, that could. So how's Barry doing then, eh? All right. I'm glad. But you get headaches?
No.
Yeah, and you wouldn't tell me if you did. Well, I'm talking to you, and you wouldn't tell me if you did.
My God, you've got a nerve. Out!
Now, just wrap
Get
it.
out!
Wrap
Get out
up.
of my house!
This came through my mother's door this morning, and I just have to warn them kids off.
You might have warned them off, but not me!
This filth, this excrement came through my mother's door.
You think your mother doesn't know about you?
You know everything about your kids, do you? Eh? Know where they are, for instance? Now? 24 hours a day, keep constant watch, do you? Because you better.
My God, if you touch my kid...
My name's muck in the city because of the lies you're spreading about me, and it doesn't suit, see?
Well, you should have thought about that before you set my George up.
Seen him lately, have you?
Why?
Things can get very rough in my game. Very rough. Terry will tell you that. But that's nothing compared to what can happen inside a prison.
You dare.
Eh?
You bloody dare!
Yeah, well, he's moved to Averick now, hasn't he? You can't get him in there like you could do in Walton.
Wrong, Terry. That's where you're wrong. Dead wrong. But then why should I bother him when I know the screws will do it for me? Because if I was a screw, I know how I'd feel about some little Bert and me who were puffing up and saying shouldn't be in there. If I'm the jingle-jangle man, if I'm the key holder, huh? Makes me out to be a bit of a wally, doesn't it? Right, Terry? He knows he's been educated. Go to the comp, did he?
Oh, right, that's it!
George, hey, little George and Gary, go to the comp. Nice for them. Very hard on it. You may think I'm rotten to the core, but I'm the apple of my mother's eye. So you jack it in, eh? Just lay off.
Terry's a witness. He's heard you threatening my kids.
Him? He's got hearing problems. Now, look, I got to this before my mother did this morning. So luck's on your side, for now.
For God's sake, if you go and get out.
Yeah, I'm going. But I'll tell you what, Mrs. Jackson. Tell you what's really sad. The tragedies, you know, could be avoided. They really break a mother's heart. So, look after yourselves, eh?
I just couldn't be sure that she'd be all right. I couldn't allow myself to think of her with any real affection. Before she was born, I mean. In case it all went wrong. In case it all came to some horrible end. Clothes. Names for her. I just wouldn't entertain the thought.
She's fine. She's been no trouble. How about you?
I'm fine. They say I am. A bit tired, of course.
Did you tell them at the clinic that you felt depressed?
I'm tired. When I catch up on my sleep, I'll be fine. No problem.
I'm not signing this because I've changed my mind. Not fundamentally. It's because what you're saying about him getting a raw deal in jail.
Just so long as you know it's an empty gesture.
Beg your pardon?
Well, I won't be going down to London now.
Why not?
Why not? You were here, you ought to know.
Don't let McArdle scare you off. Not you, Marie, not now.
Will somebody tell me what's going on around here?
Threats have been made against me. And against my kids. And George stands to get in trouble in prison. It gets to the point where it's just not worth it. Just seems to do more harm than good. I mean, where's it got us so far, eh? It's set the warders against George and it's brought that pig round here.
Yeah, but think what it's going to look like if you back down now, after there's been all this fuss. It's like McArdle's won, isn't it? And you can't want that.
I'm frightened, Terry.
So was I, to come downstairs after the accident. But you made me, didn't you? You stopped with me and watched me try.
That was different.
All I'm saying is I'd stand by you. Go to London tomorrow. I mean, me and Michelle can mind the kids. Or we could go to London with you if you wanted.
No, Rick and Betty would be with me anyway.
That's another thing, isn't it? How are they going to feel if you back down now?
Look, you'll have to excuse me. We've got a problem. Ralph's disappeared. We've been ringing his house, but all we get's a funny noise on the phone.
That's a number unobtainable. You better call the operator.
Right, I'll do it now. But before I go, love, about this petition. The reason I came over to sign it, or one of the reasons, I knew it was going to the top. And if it doesn't go to the top, you'll never know what you could have achieved. So if you give up now, love, and that petition is not delivered, what are you going to be left with, eh? A load of might-have-beens.
He's got a point there.
All right, I'll go. I'm terrified of McArdle. But I'll go.